viewers to the third episode in a series of 12 episodes that are focused on the August 2023 Mathematics Paper team. So if you haven't seen the first two episodes, please check out on our YouTube channel. And also note that we've done Mathematics Paper 1 of the August 2023. Just check on our YouTube channel, you see the playlist that contains all the 23 questions answered extensively. So let us move straight to question 3. So question 3 reads 3a, express 9 over 1 minus 4k minus 8 over 1 minus 3k as a single fraction in its simplest form. So we need to express this one in its simplest form. So this is one of the questions that usually comes every year. So there will be a question that will ask you to simplify a given expression as a single fraction in the simplest form. So it can be on question 3, it can be on question 4, it can be on section B. So you just need to know the principles. When you know the principles, there is no need for a leakage. So let us answer first question A. So the first step that we need to do is we are going to find the common denominator between this one and this one. So what's the common denominator? Because this cannot be simplified further, so it's just a multiplication of the two. So we are going to have 9 over 1 minus 4k minus 8 over 1 minus 3k. Then we find the common denominator to be 1 minus 3, this is 4k, then 1 minus 3k. What you notice is if I get this one, divide it into this one, I'm going to end up with this part on it, because this one and this one will cancel. So it's a principle that you need to know. Once you know that principle, then everything becomes straightforward. So we have a 9 on top multiplied by this things into this thing is 1 minus 3k. That's what we are going to get. Then next we go to minus 8 because of this negative, so we maintain that one. So minus 8, then multiply by this into this one. We're going to remain with this one only. Okay, that's the principle again we're going to use. So we are going to have 1 minus 4k, like that. Then at this point, then it's straightforward, just a matter of now dealing with negative and positives and brackets carefully. So we are going to start with 9 multiplied by 1, then 9 multiplied by 3k, which is the negative. So we're going to have 9 multiplied by 1 is 9, then 9 multiplied by negative 3k is negative 27k. Then we come to this one, which will be negative 8 multiplied by 1, it will be negative 8. Then negative 8 multiplied by negative 4k, it will be positive 32k. Then over this whole thing should be 1 minus 4k multiplied by 1 minus 3k, like that. So we note that this one and this one are alike, and this one and this one are alike. So what needs to happen now is it will be 9 minus 8, because this is a negative, so we are going to have a 1. So it will be a 1. Then we are going to have 27k, which is a negative, plus 32k. So it's the same as 32k minus 27k, which will be plus 5k. Then over 1 minus 4k, then minus multiplication, we multiply by 3k, like that. So at that point we cannot simplify further than that. We can't simplify further than that. What we can do is, so if you can't simplify further than that, it means this is the final answer. So what is key is paying attention to the negative here. That negative is the trick point where most of people make mistakes. So at this point, when I'm applying this negative and this, then and that, that's where you need to pay particular attention. When you pay particular attention to that one, then you are good to go. Question B. A girl has 7 green apples and 6 red apples in a bag. She picks one apple at random from the bag and eats it. She picks another apple and eats it. Loma numero 1, draw a tree diagram to illustrate all the possible outcomes. Loma numero 2, what is the probability that the first apple eaten was green? Okay, so let us start with the first tree, because remember there are only 2 apples here. We have the green and the red apple. So let us say this is, she picks green, then this is red. Then on the second one, again she is going to have 2 choices: green, red, green, red. Okay, so at the first branch, if there are 7 green apples, so 7 green apples, then plus 6 red apples, we are going to end up with 13. So 13 are the total apples that are there. So once she wants to pick an apple from the bag, there are 7 out of 13 apples. So there is 7 out of 13 chance that she will pick a green apple. Then there are 6 red apples, so there is 6 out of 13 chance that she will pick a red apple. So now she picks and eat. So she's not putting it back. So now the second time she's picking the second one, she picks another apple. The second time she wants to pick the second one, if she picked green at the beginning, then it means there are no longer 7 green apples in the bag remaining, but there are now 6. And the total number has reduced by 1 because she has eaten 1, so there are now 12. So it's 6 out of 12. Then, because if she picked in the first case a green one, it means the red ones are unchanged. So she has a 6 out of 12 chance of picking the red. Then, if on the first choice she picked red, what it means is the next time she goes to pick, there will be only 5 red apples out of how many? 12, because she had already reduced in, she has already eaten 1. So we have 5 out of 12 here. Then on the green one, because in the first place if she picked red, it means the green one remained untouched, so you still have 7 out of 12 when she's picking the second one, assuming that she picked the red at the beginning. So once you do that, you just need to verify that at every branch the summation is 1. So we have at the first branch we have 7 out of 13 plus 6 out of 13, that's a 1. 6 out of 12 plus 6 out of 12 is 1. 7 out of 12 plus 5 over 12 is 1. So those are 1. So at every branch everything should add up to 1. If you do that, you are good to go. Then you get these 2 marks. So question 1 done. Number number 2, what is the probability that the first apple eaten was green? So what is the probability that the first apple eaten was green? So to choose green, we have this one, which is 7 out of 13. So that's the probability. So probability, as simple as that. So probability that the first apple, so the first choice is this one. This is the second, because this is a red 1, red 1, this is red 2, this is green 2, this is a red 2, then this is green 2. So probability that G1, which is the first apple eaten was green, is just 7 out of 13, which is, when simplified, will give us 0.5385 to 3 significant figures is 3.9. So that's the probability, because we are looking at the first choice. So once you do that, you get the 3 marks. If you wanted to waste time you do this probability that G is green multiplied by that, the second one was G2 plus this one, which is this one, so it will be this one multiplied by this one plus this one multiplied by this one. You still end up with 7 out of 13 because these two are adding up to 1. So if you do this, then you're good to go and you get the 8 marks from this question. Remember, this is 5. The previous question that we've answered is 3, so that's 80 marks. So this is how you answer question 3. So thank you for joining me in this episode. Please join me in the 4th episode as we look at the question on construction.